but it is.
We're starting now, Casey. Okay, it's not. It's really not. It's only cutting it off on your screen. So shut up. You shut your mouth when you talk to anyone. But this is the moment we've all been waiting for. This is Who Do You Sign? Mystery Edition, Part 2. You know, Casey, he did. He got me. He did. I'm not gonna lie. Casey got me real good. This freaking Who Do You I hate him? I hate him so much. I hate you. You suck. But Casey did. He got me really good with his Who Do You Sign Mystery Edition. So I decided to fire back at him with another version of Who Do You Sign Mystery Edition. And yeah, it's not cutting it off at all. I went back. I went back and watched it. It's not cutting it off. But anyway, I had to check that before I went, and to build a suspense for you. All right, guys, it's time for the mystery edition. I'm gonna go ahead and unmute you because I want to hear some reactions. But are you ready, Casey?
Yeah.
All right. Who Do You Sign? Mystery edition. Here it
goes. I'm gonna hate you so much.
You have to choose between two factions. You got aces and eights on one hand, and you get all the members. You get freaking Garrett Bischoff. You get Wes Briscoe. Not terrible. And then on the other end, I called them the Russos because Roman Reigns and the Usos was kind of like just a too much. So I was like, the Russos work. Something Vince Russo would have booked anyway. So you get the Usos and Roman Reigns, and since Aces and Eights have so many people, you can throw in the Authors of Pain as well. You can throw them in too. You know, since I mean, I want to make sure it's kind of even out a little bit. Oh, but Casey, I'm gonna give it to Casey first because I think it'd be tough. I think it's a difficult decision, but I think he can act swift. So I'm gonna give it to Casey first. Casey on the mystery edition, which is no longer mystery for anyone who just tuned in right now. It's not a mystery anymore. It's already revealed. But Casey, okay. Aces and Eights or the Russos. I'm gonna make them in WWE 2K17. Aces and Eights or the Russos.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna go with the members formerly known as Aces and Eights, because I get more for my money. I get more bang for my buck, and I can use them all in different ways. I don't necessarily have to keep them as aces and eights. I can I get Mr. Anderson. I get Bully Ray. I get one half of the club. I get old fat D'Lo Brown.
You can take Taz if you want him to.
Okay, I'll take Taz too. You know what? I'm gonna go with Aces and Eights because I mean the Usos, they smell real good if you ever but I just they still can't get over that top rope without help. It's just, and then freaking, oh god.
I had to use this picture. It was perfect.
So, DJ, who would you sign?
See, I'm gonna be honest though, real quick before I get into who I would sign. I was gonna do the Shield, but then I knew you picked Dean Ambrose, so I was like, that's too easy. So then I was just gonna do Rollins and Reigns, but then I knew you picked. I didn't know who you'd pick, but then I figured out this one. I was like, this one he would probably hate me more for, so I got to go with this one. But as Justin is calling, All right, I'm going. This one's kind of hard for me because I actually love Aces and Eights. And there's so many members you could use in so many different ways. You know, you got Bully Ray, could be top heel right there. You got Mr. Anderson, who could also be a top heel or face, if you want him to be. You got Nux. He's not terrible. You got Doc, I guess is what they called him back in these days. You know, you got Wes Briscoe, Eric Bischoff if you want him. You can take those too. You know, and I think it does. It adds a lot of variety to the roster. But this all comes back to one of my favorite superstars right now, and that's Roman Reigns. I'm going with Roman Reigns because there is oodles, and I'm talking oodles of noodles amounts. If you guys don't know what oodles and noodles are, you should be ashamed of yourself. But there are oodles of just potential for this man. You just have to give the man a real character. We hate the man because he's in a tag team gimmick, guys. It's a true statement. That's the main reason. That's the main reason we hate this man, because he still has his entire gimmick is comprised of LOL, I'm from the Shield. You come in, you change that, and I got me a top guy right now. I got me a top guy in his prime, young, hungry, ready. And I got the Usos. I got the Usos to continue to build this tag team division. There ain't one tag team on Aces and Eights. Ain't not well, you got technically got the Dudleys. I guess Devon was in there too. But you got the Dudleys. But they getting on the old side too. They're gonna retire like a year or so from now. They just did. It just recently did. So you're getting the Dudleys right now when they old AF.
Nux and Gallows were a tag team at one point.
Shut up. Anyway, I'm going with it. I got the Usos, and if I'm throwing in the Authors of Pain in there just to kind of slightly even it out a little bit, that's still young talent that I can groom and make into. We got a whole Samoan faction. I mean, you can't go wrong with a Samoan faction. Like, they just keep growing and growing every year. Like, there's more Samoans in the WWE every year. But anyway, and plus I got Ricochet on my roster too, and like he's got the tattoo, so he's got to be Samoan. I can throw him in there if I want to. I can throw him in the Russos. I'm calling them the Russos. I'm going with it. But I go with Roman Reigns and the Usos. There's a lot of older veteran talent on Aces and Eights, but like I said, I'm starting my roster, kind of with some young, kind of even unproven talent right now, so we can go straight to the top. Okay, we're going straight to the top. Just in case you forgot, guys, because sometimes we forget things. We forget that ICWI is going straight to the top, and we're gonna take that elevator. I'm going with Eli Drake too. Straight to the top. I think I got the better roster right now. I do. We'll review it. But come week 10. I didn't realize we were gonna have this many people by week like 6. But I'm excited. I think what we should do though by week 10, we should like book our own, like whatever our first show is gonna be, or like, okay, let's make it even easier. Our first pay-per-view it's gonna be more than 10 because obviously we just drafted a faction. But we should. I think we should try it. We should see what we come up with. On my pre-show, I got the Russos taking on. No, but anyway, this is Who Do You Sign? Mystery Edition, part dose. And we'll be back very soon for what's next? Weekly WWE review, and then TNA sometime in the near future. But anyway, is that it?
I think so, yeah.
And I also thought of a new idea this week. What did I call it, Casey? Do you remember?
The thing with the thing. Thing.
Yeah. It's like a kind of how good is he / her type thing. I saw just to give you guys a little insight into what I was thinking. I saw a basketball video today, and it was talking about how good Joel Embiid could be, or how good is he, and we're gonna do that with some WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor, Indie, whatever talents, and see how that goes. And I'm gonna try to add some highlights in there without getting copyright strike. I think if we add just highlights and not like full-fledged matches, we'll be okay. But anyway, that was Who Do You Sign episode. Oh God, what is this?
Also,
Who Do You Sign?
Also,
Yes.
real quick, I was thinking about it's going to be a little bit late of a review, but if we can find the last ICW pay-per-view, I heard it was really good. We could review that possibly.
I mean, every show we do, Casey, is pay-per-view, guys. I mean,
no, the ICW, Insane Championship Wrestling.
I thought you meant Instant Classic Wrestling. You just forgot the podcast part. I thought.
No, I didn't. No, ICW can review ICW, or ICWP can review ICW.
You don't even see exactly. No wonder I thought you were talking. Anyway,
you know what? Or they can review us. Yeah,
they could. But anyway,
I fixed it. Yeah.
Anyway, this is Who Do You Sign? We'll be back for, I think it's episode 7. I might have got the number wrong on the title. I do that a lot. So don't get too discouraged. By the time you actually watch this video, it'll be right. So, but anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to hit the subscribe button for us. Share this video. Get your people talking. Get your people. I mean, this one is one that get them talking. That's what I like. I like discussion. Okay. But anyway,
is that like
we'll see you guys later. Close, but anyway, We'll see you guys later. Subscribe, share, comment, do all the stuff you do. Follow us on Twitter at ICW_podcast. We'll see you later. This was Who Do You Sign on the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always, and I mean always, an instant classic.